Hello everybody and welcome back to some Sagevivor Season 2 Gladiators. In the last episode we officially made it to the merge and some, real life stuff happened that affected the game, but then now we are moving on into purely just the game and where the jury actually begins, because our first two jury members did not end up sticking around in the jury, so we will be having a jury starting from 11th on. So that's where we will start tonight. Let's go ahead and just get into it. There was lots of drama that went on, and this time it was good drama. It's game drama. It's fun. So let's get into what everybody has to say and what ultimately happens tonight.
Okay, so this vote looks like it's gonna be like between two people. So if I've got this correctly, assuming I'm not being lied to, this is between Jamal and Andrew. And Echo came to me, basically asked around, and they said all I heard, because Taylor and Seb said to me all I've heard is Jamal, which is obviously bullshit, because I heard from Echo that they were voting Andrew. And I think the reason why they're bullshitting me is because they see me as Andrew's minion, I guess, so they don't want to like tell me because they think I might have an idol. They think I might have an idol or something. I don't know. But I went up to Seb and I was like, hey, like, if the majority is on Andrew, I'm willing to hear the pitch. I'm willing to do what the majority wants. And this fucking guy just starts saying, I don't know, I'll ask around. And he says stuff like, Andrew scares me, and because I don't know if he's on my side, which, thanks for telling me, but I really don't appreciate how it's like, oh, well, I don't know, and oh, I'm asking around, and oh, I thought I replied, I'm sorry I didn't reply for 12 minutes. Like, I'm risking my game here to you to try and, you know what I mean, to try and get Andrew out to make a move, and you just fucking give me these vague answers and bullshit me, like, just fucking tell me, you know? I don't get this. I really don't get this, like. Anyway, yeah, so we said I'll ask around, which, if that's true, I'm assuming that's not bullshit, like, because Echo told me it's going on Jamal, and he said that Taylor, Cam, Jamal, obviously, and Snowy are voting Andrew, and Seb is probably voting Andrew, right? So it could be true that Seb doesn't know, technically, right? So I don't know, right? But Seb also said to me that Andrew scares him, and he doesn't know if he's on his side, which, him saying that is, even if that's made up, the fact he's willing to like say that, to make that up about Andrew, is a good sign, right? Unless it's just some psyop and I'm being fucking played like 3D chess here. So Seb has told me he's hearing Jamal, which I don't know how true that is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? First of all, like, if he wanted me to vote Andrew, he'd say vote Andrew, right? So if he's saying he's hearing Jamal, and he presumes that means I'll vote Jamal, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, it could be either way, but I think I still keep my vote on Andrew because, assuming it's between him and Jamal, either he goes, in which case I've basically voted him and got him out and flipped on, or at the very least I've shown that I'm willing to vote him, because I vote with the majority. If it's a majority, all the majorities on Jamal, my vote doesn't matter anyway, right? So, you know what I mean? So I think I still keep my vote on Andrew, but yeah, this is because he could be saying Jamal because he doesn't want me to play my idol on Andrew. I don't know, but we'll see.
Welcome to confessional number 12, I think we're on 12 now. I don't know, it's been a while. I've been in this game for a long time now. It's all blurring together. Well, this cycle's been interesting, to say the least. There's been a lot of things that have gone on. I'll get into it all, but, honestly, I'm a little annoyed with a few people that were pretty high in my trust rankings, and I don't think they should have irritated me as much as they did. But I'll get into why. So basically, beginning of the cycle, we had the maze comp. I went the wrong way. I went up instead of down. I definitely could have done that in like 5 minutes. Made me sad because I restarted, and the time when I restarted, it was so fast. It was so fast. Oh, and I finally changed my nails, guys. Update finally, something new. But anyways, yeah, I could have asked or whatever. It didn't matter. The Snowy won, and he said he was gonna win. He said he was gonna try hard it, and I was like, hell yeah. And it was literally so we could get out Andrew. Everyone I trust the most stayed on board with this Andrew plan, okay? Like, Snowy, Cam, Sebastian, like all three of them were like gung-ho, like, yes, we are getting rid of Andrew here. I appreciated their support 110%, and honestly it just made me feel like I know who I can trust the most, to be honest. Yeah, there's a little bit more drama before I get into the vote though, because it happened first. I like to be chronological about it. Okay, so like before the vote started being discussed, it was like, I think it was the night the challenge results got announced, but like we hadn't started talking about the vote yet. Basically, Caleb told me like really late at night, like, hey, like, by the way, like, I also have an idol piece that I've had since before I met you, and Dirk knows about it too. Okay, like, whatever, like, that's fine, like, no shit, like, Dirk knows about it too, that's great. But it's like, they literally got mad at me. Oh my god, I didn't tell you guys about this yet. Oh my god, I'm stupid. But basically, they got mad at me because I didn't tell them about my idol piece. Actually, I have a full idol, guys, but you don't need to know. But I didn't tell them about it. And like Adelaide went to like Dirk before the vote, like before the previous vote, and like ratted me out. But then I found out after, and Cam told me right away. So since Cam told me right away, I had the opportunity to like kind of like fix it and like, yeah, like kind of make it better, I guess. But like obviously they're like, oh, well, we've lost a little bit of trust in you because, you know, you were forced to tell us about that and you might not have told us. I'm like, okay, well, it literally only happened 2 days ago. Like, it's not like it's like some crazy shit that happened a whole long time ago. And then Caleb tells me he had a piece the whole time, so I don't really understand how like Dirk and Caleb could be so angry at me for like not telling them about my idol piece when they've been concealing that he had an idol piece from me since they met me. And like Dirk has known about it the whole time too, so both of them have been concealing it. So that is called some hypocritical bullshit. Some hypocritical bullshit for real, for real. So then when Caleb told me about it, and obviously like yeah, they're saying like, oh, well, you only told us when you were forced to because we found out anyways. But Caleb only told me because he wanted me and Sebastian to build an idol with him. Like, he's only telling me because it benefits him, right? Like, it's the same concept. Like, I probably would have told you about my idol piece if I thought we could build an idol too, right? Like, so, I don't know. That's some bullshit to me, honestly. Some dumb bullshit. Like, you can't, like, it's like calling the kettle black at this point. But, basically, yeah, so he was like, oh my god, do you think that Sebastian will be down or whatever? I'm like, yeah, we can talk to Sebastian. He's like, oh, we'll talk to Sebastian tomorrow. I was like, okay. I like messaged Sebastian privately because obviously I'm closer with Sebastian than I am with Caleb, and I'm closer with Sebastian than Caleb is too. So like, it honestly makes sense for me to approach him about it, and I didn't really think that it would be that big of a deal. So, and usually Sebastian, like when I tell Sebastian things, it usually goes nowhere. Like, I'm usually like, he's very good at keeping himco to himself, so I didn't think it would be a problem to talk to him about it. I messaged him that night. I didn't think he'd answer till the morning because it was already like 1 in the morning at this point, but he did answer and I did talk to him. But he kind of jumped the gun because he thought that I was like concealing this for a while, so he like went to Caleb like really quick and like said everything I said, and I was like, oh my fuck. So then I have Caleb messaging me again and being like, well, sorry, no, Caleb didn't message me right. Cam told me that Caleb was telling him about it. Again, Cam's my tea giver. And yeah, so then I like messaged Caleb and said, hey, just so you know, like I did talk to like Sebastian about this and whatnot. And he's like, well, Sebastian already came to me, blah blah blah. I don't know why he didn't give me a heads up. Like in my mind I'm thinking, because I didn't expect Sebastian to just go to you right away, okay? Like, I didn't expect him to do that. Like, fucking hell. I don't know why he did that. Well, now he's saying it's because he thought that it was like information that I'd known for a while, and he wanted to like clarify and like double check. So basically paranoid about it. But I told him, I literally told him right away, and I did tell him right away. So whatever, he got me in trouble with Caleb again. So then I got in trouble twice in like 2 days, even though the first time is very hypocritical and I shouldn't have been in trouble anyways. I don't care. I felt bad at first until Caleb like told me about his idol piece, and then I was like, yo, you can't be mad at me when you're doing the same thing. But anyways. So yeah, and then the other like important piece of tea with that is that then like the next day I was talking to Caleb about it, and I was like, okay, so like, he was like, should we build the idol now or should we wait till we need it? And I was like, I mean, like, it's not like, it wouldn't be a horrible idea to build it now. And then he was like, oh, I really like think it'd be awesome if I could have it, blah blah blah, like this long-winded message about it. And I was like, yeah, okay, like I get where you're coming from. I'm not opposed to you being the one building it. However, like, we still need to consult Sebastian. This is a 3-person decision, and like based on what he wants, are you also open to the idea of myself or him holding it if that's like something that him and I are more like if everyone's more comfortable. I thought like it would be okay if it was me because I'm kind of the middle man between the two of them, which is very true. Like Sebastian and Caleb aren't that close to each other. So like I don't know why he expects that. But it felt like he was basically like saying like I had the ultimate power, as if I could just make Sebastian give it to him. And it's like, again, like that's not my choice, it's Sebastian's choice. And like Sebastian's not my little bitch. Like, and even if he was in my pocket, like I wouldn't force him to do anything he doesn't want to do. Like, that's not the type of game I play personally. Yeah, so basically, like I said, like, are you open to the idea of one of us holding it, if that's what it boils down to, instead of you? Like I said, I'm not opposed to giving it to you. I'm just saying depending on what Sebastian wants. And he literally like sent this long-winded message about how like, well, I didn't tell him about my idol piece, and I went to Sebastian right away, so therefore like I need to like, you know, show him that I trust him, and like show him like and build some trust back, and like all like this long-winded message. And then like, when you and Sebastian are closer, so like it made me feel more comfortable if like I can hold on to it and whatnot. But I just think all of that's kind of bullshit, to be honest. Like, yeah, okay, like you, whatever, I had to tell you about my idol piece because I got caught. You told me about your idol piece with an intention too. You didn't tell me about it out of the kindness of your heart. You told me because you wanted me to give me, you want my idol piece so you can build an idol for yourself. Equally as selfish, my guy. Like, you're not any better than me, so fuck off with that bullshit. Like, it pissed me off that he's not even open to the idea of another person holding on to it. Like, that makes me feel like I can't trust him, to be honest. And like, that he's like needs that power for himself. And also it's some bullshit for him to say it makes me more comfortable, like because you and Sebastian are close, because it's not like we're in a 3-person alliance, we're in a 5-person alliance. And in Caleb's mind, like him and Dirk are like this. Like, I could say the same thing, like it makes me feel more comfortable if me or Sebastian hold it because you and Dirk are like this. I could say the same shit, and I know that they think that like they have Cam in their pocket too. So like, if it was 3 and 2, like me and Sebastian are on the bottom of this alliance, and you 3 are on the top, in theory, your logic about you being the third one out, like you don't feel comfortable, it doesn't make sense, bro, because you have 2 other close allies in our 5-person alliance. So it's not like Sebastian and I are more powerful in this alliance. I mean, he doesn't know that Cam actually loves me the most and would choose me over him in a heartbeat. Love you, Cam. But fucking, that's besides the point, bro. The point is that he's hypocritical, and that his like reasons for him needing to have it are like kind of manipulative and kind of annoying. And like, I know it's just because he wants to have the idol at the end of the day, and like if he can't admit to that, that's fine. But like, again, I can't force Sebastian to do it, and Sebastian's told me privately that he doesn't want Caleb to have it. And now after all this, I don't want Caleb to have it, to be honest, because the way he approached that, in like my opinion, like without bringing it to like a group and like discussing it and seeing how everyone felt, without him just being like, no, I want it, I didn't like that. If we had settled on him having it after a discussion between the 3 of us, that would have been different. But now I'm like, I don't think I want him to have that kind of power. So like, you know, he can have this one little piece, you know? I have a full idol, bro. I don't really care. Like, yeah, so that's lost some trust with Caleb for myself, and also for Sebastian, because I did talk to him about like the whole situation, and I basically told him like, oh, like Caleb said you went right to him or whatever, and he was like, he explained himself and whatnot, and I was like, okay, like just please don't do that again, because it created like some problems for me for sure, and like made us look like a duo. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. And then like I kind of told him that like Caleb was being pushy and like basically saying like we have to give it to him to build trust, and he was annoyed that like Caleb didn't like, you know, like I even asked his opinion, because it was like basically acting as if it was my decision for both of us, which I thought was annoying too. So like, yeah, so I mean, I don't know, that didn't help the relationship with Caleb to us, honestly. But it's now strengthening my position, I guess, in a way, for them to make themselves look shady, so oh well. And then with the vote, like, it was another annoying situation where myself, Cam, and Sebastian are all like, no, we want Andrew here, and if our alliance votes that way, we had the numbers, as long as our alliance voted that way. But freaking the other two, like, mostly Dirk, I would say, like, Dirk was very much like, no, I really want Jamal out. Jamal is saying he doesn't like me. Jamal doesn't forgive me. Like, at least Andrew, like, isn't actively throwing out your guys' names right now. And, like, he, like, you know, he's not actively targeting you. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's not targeting us this round because he was looking for an easy vote. But as soon as he feels more secure, like, he's going to go after someone bigger. And, like, yeah, that could be me. It could be Sebastian. It could be you even if he thinks you're a threat. Like, I just think he's a more dangerous player than fucking Jamal. But for Dirk, he's like, well, Jamal doesn't like me, and, like, that's the only person in the game who doesn't like me. And I just think that's so frustrating, because in our alliance, there's 2 of us who feel threatened by Andrew, at least. And, like, the rest of us just don't trust the guy, because he doesn't seem trustworthy. Whereas Jamal, there's one person who is having a huge issue because they threw out their name. And, like, then it's like we all have to bow down to that, basically. And in my world, it's like, well, it's 3v2, so you guys should be the ones to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll vote Andrew, we'll vote Jamal next round, because more than half the group wanted that. But instead, they, like, had to push until, like, I think they would have just flipped on us, honestly, if we didn't go to Jamal, which felt really annoying. It felt like my hands were tied. Like, those aren't the kind of people I like to work with. I like to work with people that are, like, collaborative and, like, you know, hear out my side. It felt like it was their way or the highway, this vote. And, like, yeah, I just found that annoying, and whatever, because we had the votes. It's frustrating. And Andrew's still here. Nice coffee about it. It just kind of sucks. But it's fine. But basically, if, like, Dirk and Caleb, like, don't vote Andrew, like, this round, if he's not immune, like, I think myself, Cam, and Sebastian, like, because we were already annoyed about being kind of, like, forced into the, like, the pass vote, like, I think all 3 of us would be pretty ready to flip on, like, Caleb and Dirk if they, like, don't do what we want this round, considering we did what they wanted last round. So they gotta fucking watch themselves in that sense, because they've already annoyed us, and if they, like, push us any further, like, they're fucked, like, in the sense that we'll just say fuck them. Like, I have other connections, and I can, like, there's other things I could do in this game. I could flippy floppy if I really wanted to, but I'd like to keep a few people that I trust, that I have close to my heart, you know? Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, and, you know, me and Sebastian, after, like, the Caleb stuff and the Dirk stuff, like, I mean, we're literally, like, in our DMs talking about the idea of, like, flipping on Dirk and Caleb already, to be honest. Like, not right now, but, like, in the next couple rounds, like, maybe, like, Final 8, Final 7. But it just depends on if we can build up other connections and make sure that we feel like we're secure, because I think that's important, and we've been talking about that. But yeah, like, we're just frustrated by, like, yeah, like, Caleb kind of feeling power hungry, and then Dirk feeling like Dirk forcing us to do what he wanted. Like, it just feels like both of them are kind of that way. And, like, I know I'm on the bottom of the needy bitches. I know I'm fucking on the bottom. I hate that. I don't want to be on the bottom. I want to have my own game. I want to carve my own way to the end. If I get to the end, right? Like, I might not get to the end, but, like, I'd like to at least die trying to do it as my game and not someone else's game. Like, I don't want to play fucking Dirk and Caleb's fucking game. I don't want to. I want to play my own game. You know, if that gets me fucked over, then so be it, you know? But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, my trust rankings, like, that I did this time, like, with Caleb, I moved him down, like under Echo, and I moved Snowy above Sebastian, because I was frustrated about Sebastian telling Caleb at the time when I made the trust rankings. Dirk's still pretty up there. It's just, like, I also did that before I got annoyed with the vote thing. I don't know, like, let's see. I feel like getting rid of Andrew makes Infinity come closer to myself and, like, some of the people I'm close with, and, like, Echo's close to myself and Snowy. I think Elk's more in, like, Cam and Dirk's pocket. Caleb and Dirk are in each other's pockets. Cam, Snowy, and Sebastian are my boys. Yeah, if I can keep those 3 around, at least for a little while, I think I have some security, because I don't think they'll turn on me. But I'm not confident that anyone, like, other people I could see turning on me. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen right now, because the game could go a few different directions right now, and, like, just kind of depends on, yeah, honestly, it depends how it goes. And like, even if I don't like openly flip on Caleb and Dirk, I could literally just tip off Snowy or Echo when they try to vote them and get them to idle out Caleb, which is what I want. So either way, I think Caleb dies soon if I get my way, regardless of what side I'm playing from. So yeah, I get some villainous energy, I guess. That's why there's not room for me and Andrew. I don't want to be the villain with him. He can go. Okay, sorry. I'm being so salty. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. But like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure how the game will turn out. I don't intend to sound cocky. Like, I don't know if I'll get fucked at some point, but I'm just trying to think of all the options and trying to do my best to keep myself safe and whatnot. Oh, I didn't even mention, I'm sorry, like, the reason why I know about all these idols is because, like, Snowy and I had a really long voice call, and I fucking love Snowy so much. Like, I know he's chaotic, but I feel like he's chaotic on my side, and that's what's fine. I love him so much, but I basically kind of, like, fished it out of him to tell me about his idol, because he was so quick to be, like, down to give me his idol piece when I was trying to figure out how to, get out of my little lie. Like, I was like, oh, I can just get Snowy's idol piece, and then, like, whatever, if I have to send it to someone else, at least I can be like, look, I had it, and no one will know I had the idol. Or if they send it to me, now I have 2 idols, which would have been the most fun option, but then Caleb has to be a bitch about it, so it's so sad, because it would have been fun to have 2, like, would have been such a vibe, but whatever. Yeah, and then and then he was like, I also know where another idol is, and I was like, tell me where it is, and he wouldn't tell me for like 20 minutes, and I eventually, like, I was like, I know it's either an Infinity or Echo, because those are the people you're close to, like, I know it's one of these 2 people, just tell me which one, and he finally told me that Echo has it, which is great, because, like, I do see, like, the alliance I'm in now, like, targeting either Echo or Snowy in the next couple rounds, and so I'm hoping I can, like, put my little, like, my little plan into action where I get one of them to idol out Caleb, because he's the one I trust the least. I think I could pull Dirk a lot closer to me without Caleb in the picture, too, as long as I'm not in trouble for doing it, like, if it looks like I had nothing to do with it. So, yeah, these are my schemes. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work out, but I'm trying really hard to get to the end, and I'll keep scheming, I'll keep, you know, thinking about it and doing my best, but I'll try.
All right, time to fill you in a little bit. So, as I mentioned before, I told Taylor about my idol piece. She goes and tells Sebastian. We had agreed that we were going to talk to him together. Sebastian comes and talks to me. I find out that she clearly told him first. It kind of was like, okay. I caught her, like, sharing my shit, basically. Which, again, if she would have just told me, I would have said, that's the dumb thing here. I would have just said, yeah, you go talk to him first. I know you guys are closer. Like, we're good. But the fact that she didn't does bug me. And so, today, she's like, so I think it would be a good idea if we put all of our pieces together so that we had an idol and we're able to use it and ready to go. And I was like, great, I kind of want to have this conversation too, but neither of them mentioned in the group chat that they had the pieces. They kind of just let me hang there. So I was like, fuck you guys for doing that. I guess everybody kind of knows, right? It just hasn't been, like, publicly said in that group. So I'm like, yeah, I'd be down. Like, that's a good point, like, having it ready to go. And she asks me who I think should hold it. And I say, well, me. Of course I want to hold it, but I actually gave some, like, logical reasoning behind it too. I was like, well, Taylor, one, you weren't straightforward with the urn trial at all. And though I understand your logic for it, it's still something that, like, bothers me a little bit. Like, I just want to be truthful with you. And then on top of that, you went and told Sebastian that I had this piece after we had agreed to tell him together. And so it's like 2 strikes against you for why I can't trust your fucking ass. Like, well, like, get the fuck out of here. And so I don't say it like that, but I am straightforward because I truly would be okay with this alliance. Like, these are logical reasons for why I should hold it. I trust you all. I also think that, because she was like, I want it to stay with the Needy Bitches Alliance. And I was like, well, I think it should also be able to be used on Sebastian if something happened to him. Just trying to kind of throw her off a little bit, because of course she thinks the same thing. but she kind of wanted to make it sound like maybe like keeping him on the outside. So I'm like, yeah, yes, I want to keep it in that alliance, but you know, Sebastian, I don't want him to get screwed over. I really like him. Blah 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 blah. And but ultimately, I should be the one that holds it. And she's like, oh, you know, it really hurts. Like you know, are kind of holding that against me. And I just want to know, like, would you be open to it if, you know, Sebastian, if I went to Sebastian and he preferred I hold it over you? I'm like, no, fuck, he's of course gonna want to have you hold it over me. Like, you guys are definitely closer. Like, this is the dumbest fucking shit. Like, I'm not a fucking idiot. Like, you might be able to play this in some dumbass org where, like, you're playing with a bunch of, like, people that don't really give a shit, that are inactive and don't actually, like, play with any type of, like, strategy, that are just there to, like, either socialize or play some, you know, challenges or just try it out for the first time. Like, get that Bush League shit out of here. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not gonna wager my piece on Sebastian's, like, opinion on who should hold it. So I say no. I say I know that you're both close, and I don't mind it, and I truly want to work with you both. But given what's happened, like, I definitely would feel much better if you let me hold on to it, and I'd feel like you're actually putting your trust in me. Because at this point, you've only lost trust multiple times. Me even sharing my shit with you is me showing you and giving you more of my trust, like, right? Like, I'm improving my trust towards you all the time. And so then she does, like, the most, this is the kind of shit I hate so much. It's, again, Bush League. It really upsets me that you don't trust me. Like, that really bothers me. It really hurts. And it's like, well, are you fucking dumb? Or do you think I'm dumb? Because I don't think she's dumb, to be clear. I think she's like, you know how to use this manipulative tactic that works on, I guess, some people. Probably, well, I won't get into specifics, but I'll just say it probably works on certain people. And I'm like, you're not gonna make me feel guilty about this. Like, this is a logical response. Like, honestly, you're pissing me off. Like, you should feel guilty for even trying to, like, if you truly cared, you'd like, yeah, I understand, right? I understand where you're coming from. I trust you. And to build that bridge back up, you would say, yes, you know what? I would love, like, you hold it, I trust you. But the fact that you're even trying to, like, push me at all tells me where your allegiances lie. And so, like, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Taylor. Like, I'm ready to flip on you. Like, that's what we're discussing today now. Like, I feel like I could get the votes if I wanted to flip on her. And honestly, she can go with her fucking idle piece and all the tokens she fucking has. I don't give a shit, because if you're not working with me, and I feel like, honestly, actively trying to manipulate me to possibly work against me, then you need to get the fuck out of this game. I don't trust you. So I'm gonna message her back and, you know, just double down on, no, it's not that I don't trust you, but I still have logical reasons for why I'd like to hold it. And just be unwavering. If she's like, doubles down on being angry or sad, or tries to get Sebastian to talk to me about this at all, or even like maybe even reverts to just saying, yeah, maybe we should just all hold them ourselves since we don't trust each other or some shit, I will take that as a sign that this relationship is over. Like, I will then actively work to get your ass out of this game, because again, I don't care about some alliance name. If you're not actually backing the alliance up at all with your actions, your words are meaningless. And therefore, it's actually more dangerous to have you on my side, or me thinking you're on my side, than me just getting rid of you. There's enough other players and pieces in this game. Like, you're nothing special to me. In terms of, like, again, this is not a personal thing. It's all about, like, game and strategy. I want to double down that, because I know I get excited and worked up, but I don't like when people try to be manipulative and do it and try to play to your emotions and guilt you. It's the fucking worst. And so that's where I'm, like, a little pissed off right now. Especially after, and she also says, well, you weren't straightforward and told us about your piece, your idol piece. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Nobody's openly just sharing what they have. Like, we didn't go around a circle and share everything we have. I'm the only fucking person that did that, which I'm also going to say in my message. I'm the only one that said it. Sebastian didn't openly tell me. His shit was leaked. And actually, he did tell me, but it was because I dragged it out of his ass. He was still like, oh, I don't know if people come back from the dueling towers with advantage. And I'm like, bro, I know everybody does, because I talked to Brandon in the hotel. Like, I know you got something. You don't have to tell me what it is. And so what he eventually did, is he knew that Dirk ran back into the hotel. He thought maybe he could work with us, blah, blah, blah. Again, I had to drag it out of him. Taylor straight up fucking lied after I came to the group and was like, I know somebody needs to like know something about Adelaide, right? Like clearly Adelaide wasn't confused, blah, blah, blah. I already talked about this. But you actively lied. You actively lied. It's not just withholding, you lied. And then when you finally come out, you end up fucking going against me or going in behind my back again with Sebastian. Like, get out of here. And me not sharing my idol piece openly immediately is not equal in any, by any means, to what you've done. It's goofy. So, if she does message me back and she's like, okay, like, yeah, I would prefer you, at least you have it, than nobody have it, blah, 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 and so that we can get this, like, party going with an idol, then great. Then I'm like, okay, I see the, you know, the emotions were there. Maybe it was just like, you were like feeling a little hurt, whatever, and we can actually still work together. But again, if it goes any other direction, that tells me that Taylor needs to go.
So 12. So Adelaide did get voted out, and it was a huge mess at Tribal, and the whole thing is a mess. I don't really want to go into it. The whole thing is a mess. There's too much to say. But basically Adelaide got voted out, and after that there was an announcement made about the whole situation, which upset Lemmy, and Lemmy didn't think it was right. So Lemmy handed me her 2 Hidden Dagger tokens and her Steal a vote, and she dipped out of here. She quit the game. It's what she thinks is right, so, you know, I respect her decision to do it. She's a friend of mine, but I'm not gonna lie, it does really hurt me game-wise. You know, 3 is a lot smaller than 2. So we're just gonna have to figure that out from here. Me and Caleb and I. So yeah, that happened. Then we had a maze challenge, which Snowy absolutely crushed. We're down to F11, just 11 of us, and the problem here is yeah, so Maze, Snowy killed it. I meant to say, like, he didn't just kill it, he got like less than 3 minutes compared to everybody else. Crazy. But what I was gonna say is the promise was to Taylor and Sebastian was that we were gonna vote Andrew the second we hit Merge. And then Merge hit, Andrew used his exile advantage, and then, you know, everything crazy happened last time. So far there's Taylor and Sebastian pushing hard for Andrew. For me, I've heard that Jamal, like the first time he talked to Caleb, he was like, yeah, I don't trust Dirk, which, you know, it's not good for me. So I'm trying in the Needy Bitches Alliance, or no, the Moonlights Moon Knights alliance of me, Caleb, Cam, Taylor, and Sebastian. I've been pushing Jamal hard. They've been pushing back on Andrew. My big thing has been that, I mean, Jamal just makes more sense. I mean, he's inactive. Who knows? And for my game, it makes the most sense, because if he's around at some point and, like, I don't know, if I make a move at some point and he's still around, he's just an automatic number against me, basically. So, been pushing hard for that. Caleb and I both don't trust Taylor. I love Taylor. She's awesome. T-Spice. But there's been a couple times where she's either lied or didn't tell me something that, like, Cam told me. She was playing dumb. And then now Caleb has been talking to Taylor and Sebastian about putting together an idol. And Taylor has been, I don't know, acting weird about it. Caleb threw out some valid points of why it would make the most sense for him to hold it. He has less ties to more of the tribe. And, you know, Taylor actually actively lied to us about there was the dueling towers urn challenge thing where Snowy and Adelaide had lost their vote and she got an idol piece. So, yeah, I feel like she's lying about, she lied about that, and I feel like she's less trustworthy. And with Caleb pointing that out, she acted like, you know, like, oh, you got, I can't remember exactly what was said. I just know that she acted like it was wild that Caleb felt that way, or that he was asking, and that he didn't trust her, and blah, blah. He told her that, like, I trust you. It's just, I mean, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. But in any case, they were kind of going back and forth on it. Taylor said, oh, well, we'll ask Sebastian who should hold it. Taylor and Sebastian are like this, so obviously Sebastian's gonna be like, yeah, I don't mind if Taylor holds it. But yeah, so for now, they're just holding the idol pieces, and no idol has been made. We have discussed the idea of giving the idol to Andrew and just letting him idol Taylor out, and Caleb wants to make a move on Taylor. I don't know if it's, I think it might be a little too soon. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I know that for me, like I said, if we're going to make a move, I want Jamal to not be there to join on whatever opposing warring side. But Caleb had brought up the point that, you know, we might be able to hide our alliance better if, you know, it's more of a unanimous vote. Echo, I feel a lot more solid about, and I'm reconsidering trying to form something solid there with him and Caleb. We already have the Backseat Boys Alliance. We just haven't used it, really. And Echo told me that he doesn't want Cam, Taylor, and Snowy to have too much power, which makes me feel really good about him. And the fact that he wanted Jamal to go for that reason and keep Andrew around. I mean, I feel the same way. Echo is just ballsy enough to voice it out loud to somebody else that's not, you know, super close with him. So that's Echo. You know, he'll say it as it is, and it makes it a little tough sometimes. But yeah. So I think we're convincing. It seems like the group is starting to slowly agree to vote for Taylor. I mean, not Taylor. To vote for Jamal, even though they really want Andrew. So I'm thinking Jamal's going here. It's going to be interesting seeing what happens next vote, because I promised, if we vote for Jamal here, we got to vote for Andrew next. So basically next round, either we vote for Andrew or we make a move. But we'll figure it out. Dirk out.
This cycle, the main targets seem to be Andrew and Jamal. I'd I'd much prefer Andrew to go here since he's definitely a comp beast. I'm not quite sure why they're that worried about Jamal, but whatever. I'd rather just keep our alliance together in this one. And they're promising Andrew's next. If they don't go on that recruitment, this is how it is. By we, I mean me, Taylor, probably Sebastian. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm pretty confident in my spot at least this round, this next coming. Probably 2 rounds as well. After that, things probably will get a little dicey. But we'll see, obviously. Merge tribals are stressful. So, I think we're trying to have Caleb, Sebastian, and Taylor combine their idol pieces, but it's going nowhere because Caleb doesn't want anyone but him to have the idol, and Taylor wants to be the one with the idol. So I'm like, I don't even care at this point. Just don't even build it. Y'all are gonna keep fighting. I'm the only one with a brain in this group of 5. Not a brain, but like, who's willing to compromise on shit. So I'm just like, man, it's tough. That's all I'll say. It's tough. But yeah, between Andrew and Jamal, whichever one goes, I'm not really gonna be too upset over it. Definitely prefer Andrew, but Jamal going works for me too.
No, because I've literally just like thought of this really dumb plan for Final 6 where I target someone really hard, just they target me back, and then idle the person that I targeted just for someone else to go entirely, because I want a 2-2-2 with mine and the other person's votes negated, and then someone else completely random to go out just because it's funny. Like, some people just need to get my humor, honestly. Like, my humor strategically is just better than anyone else. Like, some people just need to get over it. It's gonna be a fun move. No, because while I'm doing like voice stuff in here, let me like complain about people, because honestly, this cast is either like irrelevant or they're just gonna, you can tell that they're gonna be threats. Like, Caleb's the middle ground because he's a threat, but like, who actually is Caleb? Like, love him, but like, he's just there. He doesn't talk to me, he doesn't do anything. Like, why am I gonna care if he's still around, kind of thing. So like, everyone outside of like Echo and Taylor, really don't care what happens to them. Maybe Infinity as well, because he's nice, but like, at this point, I'm just gonna do whatever vote I want and make it as fun as possible. Not for any like reason, but because it's fun and it looks better. Like, that I could pull off a move and be fun at the same time. That's all I care about. I don't care about being strategic. Like, I played a strong enough game. Why am I gonna care if people don't like how like chaotic I'm being? Like, and what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not getting idled out.
Alright, confessional time. I don't know what I talked about last time, to be honest. So I'm just going to talk about this round, I guess. Adele going home was very good for my game. They voted me out. And they said some questionable things. Everyone already talked about that, so I'm not going to bring that up. It's redundant at this point. I mainly wanted them out because I didn't trust them. And then they kind of dug themselves really great. So, but besides that, looking forward in the game, I didn't know Lemmy walked. I didn't know Lemmy walked until like 10 hours or 5 hours after she did. I don't even know. It's ridiculous. But now we're down to final 11. So it's a whole new game. And I am a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. Because I don't think I have that much equity when it comes to making moves in the game. Because I don't think too many people... I don't want to say too many people don't trust me. I want to say that I think there's a big group mentality. And I hate the group mentality. Because there's no, like, divisions or... cracks, or people, you don't know who's targeting who's eyeing up who as threats and stuff like that. But as far as it goes with me, like, I'm trying to. I want to lay low still, but I can't lay low for too long, so I'm worried I'm becoming a goat because I wasn't active. I've got bred out already, but I know I can be better in the games. It's just like I gotta work my way in first, I guess. I don't know. But also Snowy tried getting the fucking idol from me today because he said someone was gonna make an idol and was gonna give him the idol so he could flex to Zeus, and then he wanted my idol too, and I was like, bro, I'm sketched out now. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll use this for us, but I'm not giving you the idol because, like, I'm not gonna give you the idol. Like, that's not happening. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're thinking, bro, but it's not happening because at the end of the day, I know you gave me 2 of the dagger things to give it, but I didn't ask for it. You basically handed it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna turn down. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna turn down. So I'll still use this in our favor, but I'm not going to give you possession just because you want to flex on it, because I'm worried that means you don't trust me with the idol anymore, or you're trying to blindside me or something. I don't know, but I'm not doing it. The idol's staying in my pocket, not happening whatsoever. You can lose trust in me, whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, my idol, it's in my pocket. If you have no fire, then whatever, I'll go home because of some stupid twist, but at this point, it's my idol. I'm using it. Mine. There's no we in idol, but there's an I, like I said. But yeah, I think that's about it. Like, in terms of targets, I want Jamal out, and then I really don't want Andrew out because at this point, I don't think Kayla's as close to me as I originally thought. I think she's better with other people, and I gotta do something about it, bro. I can't just like follow her to the fucking end. Like, I have to do something at one point, but I can't be too hasty and too fucking jumpy. You know, there's only 3 people that make it in this thing, so I'll wait. I got an idol, so take my time. I don't think anyone knows but Snowy. I hope you can tell me if you did. Then I gotta watch out for blindside signals. Which, if I get blindsided, I'll hate that shit. If I play an idol to avoid getting blindsided, that'd be the worst, because I do not want to waste my idol. And that's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. That's it. I'm out. This is it.
Hi. So I know that I'm on exile, but I figured I should make one of these anyway, because so far I know that my name is going around, and like I just have to deal with it. So I'm just trying to be as genuine and as honest with people as I can right now, so I can have their trust. I think more people are leaning Jamal than leaning me. I think people are gonna save me for later. And that's gonna be their mistake, because I'm gonna start winning these challenges.
This is exactly what I expected. I can't even say I'm surprised, because I knew the instant they were gonna have the opportunity to, and Sebastian were gonna target me. They need to learn that it's not gonna be that easy. And that I'm a social player too. They can spread all the rumors, spread all the lies that they want about me. Like, I trade information like candy, or like whatever. It's not gonna tear me down, and I'm not gonna play. Like, bring it on. I'll go round to round for you guys.
Don't fucking mess with me, dude. Don't fucking mess with me. I told. Don't fucking mess with me, dude. Don't fucking mess with me. I told you already. I told you. I had to work my ass off to convince people to do this. Literally work my fucking ass off, and it worked. That's what you get when you're socially inept, man. That's what you get when your bonds are strong. I'm just gonna keep on doing this. Let's keep fucking going.
In a wild last-minute power struggle, Jamal did end up going home and being the first member of our jury coming in at 11th during this season. Jamal, it was super fun having you. We appreciate you. Andrew seemed to survive this time, barely, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close for him. Will he be able to continue surviving and, you know, which side of the merged tribe is going to end up prevailing and who will win. We will only find out soon, eventually. See you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you then. Bye.